Where can you get hundreds of brand new and classic free board games online and the demos for Kickstarter games? And how do you get them to work? I'll show you here on Legendary Tactics. A lot of viewers have asked us two questions. One, how can I play my favorite board games online? And two, where's your footage from? It's a little bit tricky to navigate this, so I'll show you how to get this free content in Tabletop Simulator. Number one, your first step is to get a Steam account. That's free, it's right here. Step 2 is to buy Tabletop Simulator. It costs $22 Canadian right now, but it often goes on sale for about $10 during the sales, or if you buy a 4-pack. TTS is like having a kitchen table. You need it to play your favorite games online. Next, you need to install Tabletop Simulator. Before you launch the game, single-click on the game without launching it. On the right, you'll see a Workshop tab. This is where you find the treasure trove. When you enter, you'll see new workshops available. These are all created by Steam users and game companies. Tabletop Simulator is a great way for companies to advertise their products and to run demos. This is a great way for gamers to try before they buy the physical copy. A game like Wingspan, for instance, is one I'd really suggest you getting the physical copy of. This digital version just doesn't quite do it justice. Next, you're going to find the game you're looking for with the search bar. And then, when you look on the thumbnail, you see the little plus sign there in the corner. Click on that. In a few minutes, the game will show up in Tabletop Simulator. Here's how you find it. Click the Create button. Next, click the Multiplayer button. Create a server now. You can make it so friends can come in, or just random strangers. You can even password protect it. Now you'll see along the side Classic, DLC, Workshop, and Save and Load. Take a look through them if you want to check out what's there. You're going to want to go to the Workshop tab. There's Fireball Island, Sleeping Gods, Twilight Imperium 4, Dixit, you name it, it's there. When it says it's scripted, that's actually quite useful. The scripted games are the ones that automate a lot of the processes. Let's check out Diplomacy now. Look at that. There's about 5 different versions of it. Let's see how that looks. Now if you want to load a game, just click on it, hit the load button. It sometimes takes a few moments, and you sometimes have to import custom tokens, custom graphics, and hit that update button. Sometimes it can get stuck in a little bit of a loop. If you X out of it, usually a lot of the content is already there. If it's not, you can just go find a different workshop, and hopefully that one's better. There's lots of different tools you can use. There's a draw tool, in case you want to write something on the board. You can also erase all of that. The flick tool is fun. You can flick pieces around the board. There's actually no real purpose for this. If you want to write text, that's an option. Across the top, this is where you choose games if you want to choose a different game. So let's go load Fireball Island and see how that one looks. It can sometimes take up to a minute or two to load all of the content, so just be patient for that portion. To move around the map, you use WASD. That zooms around so you can check everything out. There are some other shortcuts you can use too. The right click on the mouse button will let you tilt the screen up, down, left, right, so you can get a better angle if you get in close. To flip cards over, just hover over them and push F. If you'd like to get a good look at a piece, push the Alt button and hover over it. It'll enlarge it on the screen. Next, to roll a dice, hover your mouse over the dice and push R. This will give you a nice clean roll. In terms of the deck, if you'd like to move the entire deck, you need to hold the click button until the whole deck lifts up, and then you can move it. If you'd rather just move a single card, just very quickly grab it and move the card. You can also grab the entire deck, shake it back and forth with your mouse, and this will shuffle it. Tabletop Simulator has all kinds of options available to you here. Let's check out another game. Here's Cosmic Encounter. And this is Frosthaven. This game isn't even out yet. This is a nice demo. What you can do is often there will be elements and packages inside other boxes, and you just grab those and drag them out. And then in that envelope, you can see there's, I think, about 8 items here, and one by one you can pull them out and take a look at what's included in there. All of this can be reset at your convenience too. In games like Frosthaven, there's often shortcut buttons, like Add Player. That will automatically add a board. If you want to shortcut, you can take the envelope and drop it right on top of that board, and it'll load everything up for you. Very handy. Also, you'll find at the top here some shortcut buttons. There's a battle interface, and there's a game setup. Choose the game setup, hit sync scenarios, choose the scenario you want, and voila, it appears on the board. You need to click that gray button again to close it. Now that you've got the scenario basically there, you still need to get those pieces onto that board to match the instruction. Fortunately, there's a setup button. Click on that. This just shows you where the pieces should go. So you can actually, if you click submit, that won't work. But if you choose each of the pieces, highlight the ones you want to appear, and then hit the submit button, they'll appear. You can repeat this for the other elements, such as the characters, and everything is detailed in this picture here. This is the scripts of Catan, which is just a Catan game scripted. Hit the start button, it'll set everything up for you. You'll even notice if you roll the dice by pressing R, it'll show you 6 and 6 are highlighted. Those are the numbers that were rolled. And there's 2 5s. So this is an easy way to determine which squares score resources. Also, it automatically scores if you have the longest road and the longest army. There's 4 points already. Here's a scripted version of Dixit. Nice fun family game. Easy to access. It'll deal all the cards for you. Very handy. Don't forget the most fun feature of all, the flip button. You need to do that at the end of every game. So there you have it. That's how you set up Tabletop Simulator with the workshops. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to stab the like button, and thanks so much for your time.